Good morning. Welcome all FGTA students and staff to this mindfulness series. This morning's theme is self-reflection. So why don't we all start by finding a position that is comfortable? So I'm seated now outside with really good energy and sunshine and water behind me. So find a place where you feel that energy, that you feel that you can open your heart and your mind. You can sit down, you can use a chair, you can also lie on your back and maybe take headphones. So I'm gonna give you a minute to decide. You don't have to look at me, you can also just listen and close your eyes. So if you're seated and you are outside, you can also open your hands. That's always the nicest way to be receptive, to open yourself. If you're on your back, you can also open your palms up, or you can place your hands wherever they feel comfortable, in your heart, on your belly, anywhere. And let's take a few deep breaths in through the nose. Really fill yourself up. Maybe hold the breath for a moment and release. I have sounds around me, which is fine. You know, it's never completely silent when we're in the swirl of our doings, of our day. So we'll just keep concentrating and taking our energy within. So a few more breaths. Good. So what we are looking for is to simply just drop in. Feel our heartbeat, perhaps the body on the floor, or the sitting bones on the floor, or on the earth, wherever you are. Feel free to adjust the body if it's needed. If it's not needed, keep it as still, as quiet as possible. For me personally, it really helps a great deal to be in nature, because we are also a nature on its own from within. So it reminds us, our nature, of changeability, of cycles. And the peace within is not something to be sought. It's something realizing you already that. So you're dropping into that. It's a matter of decision. Merging with the silence within you, because we are made in that sense that we have everything that we need. You only need to want it, and you need to make the decision to become it. That's all it is. So a few more deep breaths. So when the dust settles, we automatically feel the nature of reflectivity, of the reflection, right? We start witnessing, noticing what is rising up. And this whole period of time from the half, somewhere the 16th of March, where this whole shift had started, where we were literally forced to stay at home and to slow down, and some things might have felt they're no longer working. You can only notice that when you reflect on how your life has been going. All of a sudden you notice that certain things are no longer working, that your mindset is no longer serving. Yeah, so it's an amount of energy we send out somewhere, like ripples, comes back to us for us to notice, hey, is this still resonating with what or who am I and who I want to become? And reflection is also reflection of light, reflection of the water, the ripples when you throw a stone or something into it, right? So everything has an effect. What we think, what we do, it comes back to us, not to haunt us, right? Or to make us ecstatic, because those are the two polarities. And we don't want to be living in those polarities. Yeah, it's always the most serving if you manage to stay as neutral as you can be. So detached from good or bad. I feel great, I feel bad. But being receptive and being open to what comes up, what arises at the moment. So see if you can notice, if you're willing to notice that. Because you can, I know you can, everybody can. It's just the willingness at the moment to slow down, to drop in, to feel the breath, and maybe feel in the body if the breath has enough space to stretch itself into through the body. And if you like, you can stay in this state, you can stay in this position with your eyes open or closed, or you can open them and move the body a little bit. It depends what feels good. So reflection has many dimensions, and I believe that this time shows us what is really important. Make use of this pause. I call it the sacred pause in the yoga between the breaths, and this corona time, this slow down, this rebound, rewind, reset is basically for us to really feel what is important, how we want to move forward. And I want to remind you the importance of decision, because you already know deep down your capability to make anything happen. But we know it takes the decision, yeah. And the decision goes way beyond your mind. If you're only repeating affirmation and repeating sentences and thoughts to be positive and to stay there, it might work for a certain period of time, but it will not get you through the whole time. It will not get you through where you want to be. It has to be anchored through the body, in your heart. It has to be felt. So when I say I expect the best to happen, I need to feel it. I need to visualize myself kind of a scan or flash forward that all those things are happening in the best case scenario for me. I really do expect the best, and I stop repeating that, because once I anchor it once is enough. It can work on the contrary when you keep repeating that thought. It kind of destroys the belief that you already have, that you are there, that everything is already happening for you that way. So anchor it once, anchor it really through mind, body and spirit, and that's enough. And expect it. Don't even believe it, don't even hope it. Expect it to happen. Expect it to happen in all areas of your life. So use this reflective time to make decision, to decide to remember who you are, a being of infinite possibilities and talents. Only you know what they are, and then make that decision, not because you must, because you want to, because you feel drawn to, because you feel there is no other way for you but to decide. And then make those actions, those steps from that feeling of slowing down, pacing down, doing less than you think that you should be doing. And then let those impulses come that will feel really anchored, will resonate with that deep intention you have set for yourself. So if I give you a specific example, let's say you are looking for a new job. Yeah, you're working in a job or a study or whatever you're doing, and you feel it no longer resonates with me. Yeah, so we don't necessarily want to go the way that we quit the job. Yeah, so what we do is we just realize, okay, this is no longer resonating, and you make a decision. I'm gonna step into a job that is fully resonating with me, is deeply fulfilling. I am on purpose when I'm on this job, and I just recognize it by the way it feels. Yeah, and just step into that feeling and decide that, anchor that, and expect it. And find those moments each day when you drop into the silence, and when you wait for that silent voice to, that vibrational voice, right? To always tell you if this is what you're embarking upon, it resonates with that intention you have set for yourself. You will know. There is no doubt. If you doubting, if you discuss it with somebody and you cannot decide, it's not it. It's not it. It's gonna feel, this is it. There will be no doubt. In a relationship, in a job, in whatever new direction you are moving into, wait for that deep anchoring sense of yes. Yeah, and if it's not there, be brave enough to stay in the silence, say thank you, and wait for the other one. And you gotta be in the expectancy of the best for you. And if you feel like, well, yeah, I keep repeating it, it's not happening, well, because you're not fully believing it. Yeah, so keep that vessel clean. Keep coming back into the silence. It's important to listen. Whatever helps you to drop into yourself. It can be the nature, it can be putting a nice music on, it can be movement, whatever helps. And wait for it to come, and wait for it to be in full resonance, and you will know. So enjoy from this beautiful Sunday. And the upcoming weeks, let it give you the fuel that you need for those steps that you're making. And remember, less is more. If you do something, make sure that action is inspired. It's coming from that space of what you have already planted, the seed you have planted. Wait for that. Wait for the best. If you settle for less, you're gonna get less. A beautiful day. Namaste.